Don't you wanna be free?
So I am using a sample budget here to show you how I pay my bills each and every month. So this is just a Google Sheet, and I've listed my savings and my savings goals here. And also with the expenses, I did the same thing. So I've listed the expenses and the amounts that they cost. Most of these are fixed expenses. However, if I have variable expenses, then what I do is I err on the side of caution, and I take the largest amount that I've ever paid for that particular bill or expense, and I put that amount in here, right? So if it comes under that, then good, and I have extra money. Okay, so what I do is I start with my savings. I start at the top. What I do is just go straight down the list. Any additional investments here, I go ahead and go into my bank, and I would, sign in and make transfers from my checking account over to my savings account. And then I just go over and then I indicate that that was already paid. Yes, it was paid to myself, but it was paid. Then I go ahead and do the same thing with my emergency fund. I take $350, and I again go back into that same bank account or different wherever you keep your emergency savings, and transfer that over from my checking account into a savings account. Then I go ahead and I do the rest for all of my savings. Then I continue on to the total expenses. Let's say this school tuition, start with that. I take $500. I go ahead and I log into that particular um, account, and then I pay that bill. Then I mark an X and indicate that that was paid, and I continue to go down the list until everything has been paid. I then look at my free spending amount. I usually keep it inside of my checking account and spend it as I go throughout the weeks. However, you could also take the total amount out, put it in an envelope, and keep it with you so that you know this is the amount that you have to spend. And when that envelope is empty, then you have nothing left to spend. So if you get paid once a month, this is for you. However, if you get paid twice a month, then what you would do is the exact same thing. However, you would just have two separate columns because your expenses and maybe even your savings would be different. One final important thing, very important thing that I check for, is to make sure that my expenses, my savings, and my guilt-free spending are all in alignment with my goals. So for instance, my fixed costs at this moment are actually 27%. The goal is under 50, so we're doing quite well with that. Savings, the actual goal is above 25% of my take home pay, but we're at 50% for that. So that's good. And guilt free spending needs to be under 25%, and we are in alignment with that. So that's perfect.